Hi. Some of you have asked me some questions, and I've got some answers for you. This is a Q&A.
I'm gonna smile and say I hope you're feeling better, and make believe it came from you.
What did you want to be when you were younger? I like this question. I wanted to be one of two things. I either wanted to be like an inventor, I think is what I called it, like a scientist. I wanted to make cool shit, which I guess in today's normal terms is like an engineer. But I didn't see it as an engineer. I just wanted to invent cool things. Or I wanted to be like Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, like that really funny guy, but like slapstick humor sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know, like two very different things. Have you ever seen any not safe for work moments? Like, yeah. And you've seen parts of them too when I've had permission to show it. There's one that happened recently and kind of looked a little bit like this. No! When are you gonna get a PO box? Well, it's interesting that you asked that, because that is what I am doing right now. I'm just interested in setting up a PO box.
Yeah, no worries.
Success! My PO box is PO Box 369, Carnegie, Victoria 3163. Feel free to send me anything. One of the most commonly asked questions I get week in, week out is, okay Darren, so you drive Uber on a Friday, Saturday. What do you do the rest of the time? Like, what's your real job? What's your main job? And it's a good question, it's a fair question, because Uber's usually what people do for extra cash. Yeah, I do drive for like 2 days a week on the weekend, but that is so that I can get content for funny Uber rides and these videos that I put up every Friday. So during the week, I'm either editing a video, editing some extra bonus video, doing things like setting up merch. Wednesday, Thursday, I'm making these videos. It takes me like 2 days to edit Friday's video. And yeah, this is my real job. As weird as that is to explain to some people, this is what I do. The next question just asks, can you be my dad? And I mean, like biologically, no, but happy to take your mum on a date. How's Polo doing at this very moment? I'm not home, obviously, but I presume he's doing something like this. I'm very aware that this is a blatant ripoff of Case Studies Q&A segment, so please don't come at me. But I just wanted to do one question. Like, if I was to ever do it, it's now. And the audio is terrible because it's very windy up here, so just bear with me for the next like 10 seconds. Come on, man. If questions are quizzical, then what are... If questions are quizzical, then what are tests? Okay, this was a fail. There's way too much noise up here. I'm going back in the car. Alright. Not only was it ridiculously noisy out there, it's now started raining, so I'm just gonna do this from my car. Okay. Have you ever had your heart broken? Yes, I have. I was in a 2-year relationship with a girl who was like first love sort of thing, first major relationship for me, and she was the first to acknowledge that kind of like on a higher level, our values were not aligned, and she broke up with me. Now I learned that when dealing with heartbreak, you've really only got 2 choices in a situation like mine, where no one's done anything wrong, it's more just you're not right for each other and you need to step away from it. Choice 1, you can resent the other person and call the whole thing a waste of time and just wish that it never happened. Or choice 2, you can acknowledge that it was good while it lasted, and whilst the relationship was good, you enjoyed it, because let's be honest, if you didn't have to be in it. There will absolutely be a period of you feeling sad, and that could last weeks, it could last months, because basically what you're doing, like take the emotions out of it, the biggest thing you're doing is breaking a habit. You're used to messaging the person every day, multiple times a day, seeing them every day or almost every day, and you got to break that habit. It's kind of like, I used to like click my fingers a lot, and breaking that habit when I was younger was really hard. But breaking a habit takes time and repetition of actions. It's not something that you can just do overnight. Personally, I found that the habit of not talking or thinking about her was much easier to break if there was no communication for a period of time. But I gotta say, like, once you are able to get past that sad period, the world will open up to you in ways that you had no idea could have existed. And I'm not talking about some Area 51 shit. I'm talking like levels of self-awareness and understandings about your own needs and wants and aspirations that you didn't know existed. And that will start with yourself, and then you'll notice things about your friends and your family, and there will just be all of this knowledge and understanding of who you are and where you are that will just smack you across the face in a really good way. And that doesn't just come once, it will come in waves if you choose choice 2. And that choice is to be grateful for the relationship that happened. Because I will 100% honestly, unequivocally say from the bottom of my heart, her breaking up with me did not happen to me, it happened for me. I really didn't expect this Q&A to go down this path, but I think I'm going to use that. We all know about your monobrow, but now I just want to know what you'd look like without a beard. What's the funniest meme that you know? I'm glad you asked, because if you didn't see last week's episode, I'm giving away $1,000 to the person that can make the best meme around the channel. Like, $1,000 to make a meme. $1,000 to make a meme. That is the dumbest thing in the world, but I'm actually going to do an episode next week, just like a bonus video. I think it's going to be like meme review. I'm really stepping on a lot of YouTubers' toes right now. When are you releasing merch? I need some. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I also launched merch last week. And 20% off launch offer with the promo code NIPPLE. I'll link my store in the description, but it's teespring.com/stores/DarrenLevy. Are you and Phoebe dating? Hey, question.
Yes.
I'm filming a Q&A now, and there's a question here that says, are you and Phoebe dating?
Yeah.
Are we dating?
I don't know. Are we dating?
Are we dating?
Darren, I think we're dating.
What? If a genie granted you 3 wishes, what would you wish for? First and foremost, immortality. I got a lot of shit to do. I want to live forever. And second wish would be for a third hand, probably coming out of my chest. The reason for that is when I finish driving on like a Friday or a Saturday night, like in the morning, I get home at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm tired, and there's a lot of stuff in my car that I need to take inside, but I have to do 2 trips, and I hate doing that second trip. So if I could just do it all in one trip with a third hand, that would be... And the third one would be to be able to eat faster, because I'm a really slow eater, and my friends make fun of me for being a slow eater. I don't know what happened here, the recording just cut. The taxi driver in Jordan was my cousin. The taxi driver in Jordan. Ah, that's so funny. Huh. This guy was his cousin.
Wait. No.
That is so funny. I really hope that's true and you're not just trolling. Okay, I've saved this very last question for last because I am a YouTuber, and apparently when we do these Q&A things, we save the juiciest questions for last. So here it is. Rachel Muller asks, butts? I'm kidding. The question is, have you slept with a client? And the answer is no. In the same way that it's probably hard for some of you to believe that I do actually have legs, I also do have a life outside of the 10 to 15 minutes a week that you see me on YouTube. And that is when I will do something about my burdensome loneliness. And by the way, I'm actually really keen to show you more of my life. That video that I put up a couple weeks ago where I went to Queensland with my friends, one of my favorite videos that I've ever made. Alright, I think it's time to call it a day. Wait, put up, come back, wait. Please. Sit. Last question, okay? Can I end the video?